Fade in.
Warm
I'll
up.
take a drink first.
Don't look at my face yet. Don't look at me, little puppet.
Fucking best water in the world.
Y'all hear that?
All right. Let's get some cameras going. We good? Are we live? We got the new setup going. Normally we got a big ass TV and a computer, but today we stepped it up. We got our laptops and we got good, better, in our opinion, better. Motherfucker, you trying to give me secondhand high?
Sorry, I should have blown it somewhere else. That was a nice fat rip.
You know what's funny is I bought this table on purpose so we can use these, and turns out we
Tonight,
don't.
that was just the one step we kind of forgot.
Turns out we don't really need it.
I got here kind of late today. My apologies. Still on time, though.
I've been here for a while. Just talking to you guys and letting you know how I'm feeling inside. Remember, we talked about some stuff, me and the people.
It's good to vent.
It's really good to vent.
It's good for your mental health.
You got something you want to vent about?
I don't know. Lately, I guess I kind of been like struggling a little bit mentally. I guess it was just mostly because I was out of work and I really felt stressed out about, I guess, my life and my relationships and other stuff like that. But taking a second to step back and kind of try to see the bigger picture. Today was a nice first day at work. I think I was just a little bit stressed about fucking, being unemployed.
Well, it's just where you're breaking a habit and your body doesn't really know what to feel.
Yeah, I was trying to stay
Is this
busy.
in the way?
I was trying to stay busy, trying to work out as much as I could because I don't like just sitting at home, with nothing to do. It's completely unbecoming.
It's unbecoming. But you know what is becoming? From now on, these little short segments sponsoring the greatest water in the fucking world, Arrowhead.
I
Made
love it.
since 1894.
I love it. A lot of people say it fucking tastes like dirt or some shit. I don't. I
You,
mean, it's from the fucking mountain springs. It's from the earth. I don't know what you want.
everybody's, it tastes like dirt.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Esa sabe la
I
llave.
just need to fucking buck up.
You
Just
just
need
need
to
to
buck the
buck up.
fuck up.
I hope you know where the buck
I
up,
hope
buck
you know where
earlier
the
button is. Turn up the volume on it. You gotta buck up. I don't know, it's one of the bottom ones.
fucking buck the fuck up.
Turn that bitch up a little bit.
They need
Nope.
to.
Nope.
If
Got
you
it.
don't like Arrowhead, then fuck
Not it.
you. You need to buck up,
No,
Buckaroos.
that ain't it either.
You need to buck up. There's like
Oh,
all
there we
kinds of
go.
remixes.
You
You don't
gotta,
like Arrowhead?
you can buck the fuck up.
You can fucking buck up or shut up.
See, the god something about this is it comes in various sizes. My preferred size is a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle. It comes in a nice recyclable bottle. Very minimal amounts of plastic used to make this bottle. And this water is just good for you. You don't believe me? Try it out for about 30 fucking days and see if you just don't feel different after you drink that soap that everybody else drinks. That fluoride. It's making you stupid. We're not crazy, are we?
I don't believe so. But
What do you mean you don't believe? See, they are, you don't.
nah, I don't believe I'm
Either
crazy.
you is or you ain't.
I believe I'm sane. I believe I don't know.
For a short moment, turn my gain up really high.
Turn that shit up. Nah,
Yeah.
I feel like
There are.
I don't know then. Maybe I'm on the spectrum of craziness.
I don't know. Maybe. You want to give a serious ASMR audio like I did? Earlier, you'll see it later. I did a Joker impersonation with the high gain.
Then
What?
I
Hold on. We need more gain because you got to be able to get the.
I was
It.
gonna do someone else.
Do
I
it.
was gonna just try to do Pennywise.
Okay, do it anyways. Fuck it. But we'll get. You need more gain? You think? You think you're good?
Uh, Hiya, Georgie. I don't know.
There you go.
You want a balloon? There's a ton of balloons down here.
You sound more like the old school one.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah. I
Oh,
could do the newer one.
I
I
know.
guess. Fucking. Hiya, Georgie.
That one's pretty good.
You like cotton candy? Yes.
Popcorn.
There's a lot of corn. It goes.
Pop, 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 pop. Huh?
Yeah. That's that's a pretty good laugh. It's like
I scared the fuck out of my kids in my lab, bro. Already, even the little one.
I've done that to Val. Like she'll go upstairs and be like, she'll be upstairs and trying to come down and be like, Dad, and then I'll be like, Hey, Valerica, want a balloon? And she'll be like, Stop, like Dad.
She doesn't know what's going on in her head. She's like, Daddy's just acting crazy some nights.
Some. Nah. I feel like when she was younger, she kind of did know that, but now she's like getting smarter now. She's like, "Dad, I know you're trying to scare me." She's like, "I know there's no Pennywise."
Yeah, but you can't take it to the point where you still scare them.
Not really anymore.
No?
Nah, like she's getting a little braver. She's getting a little sneakier. She scares me sometimes.
I can still scare Connor pretty bad. Eventually, he just gets
I'm sure I could. I could like sometimes I will sneak up on her or something, or I go downstairs and I'm just like, "What are you doing?" And kind of flip her out.
Well, anyways, before I take a delicious gulp of this overhead water, we need to finish these ads, dude. Not even ads, these things we're doing. Fuck,
Sponsored
man. What
for
the fuck,
Arrowhead.
man? We over here got to promote this thing. We're talking about roller coasters on the side and shit.
I mean, we kind of got a good in there. We You talked about the size bottle. We kind of said some good things about
Uh,
fluoride, non-fluoride water. I
here's the
believe mountain spring water is good for you,
here's what the fuck you need
motherfuckers.
to do. You need to grab a bottle. You need to look at your camera and tell them what the fuck's up. No, your camera's over there. Just
Ar-
tell.
Arrowhead. It's in the springs.
Yeah, nice and spring water. If anybody here can somehow knows it's just a plug on Arrowhead and can give me a sponsorship on Arrowhead,
Show it to the driver. Show it to the guy that delivers you guys' Arrowhead at your liquor store, at your local
check this out.
food establishment,
I'm throwing it out there.
Walgreens.
If someone can get me sponsored by Arrowhead, or get like a really really good guest on here, I will give them free haircuts for life. Just one per person.
Yeah, we want some guests. We wanna branch out, talk to some new people, talk to some, more I don't wanna say more interesting stuff. Talk to musicians, talk to people that kinda have a good establishment and stuff, talk to people who are gonna respect our time and be here.
It'd be kind of cool to get some people like in different lines of duties, like a doctor, a police officer.
Yeah, I thought it was cool when you interviewed Roman,
Yeah, I want to do more like that,
breathing
but I don't really
therapist.
know a lot of people. Like I have a couple cop clients, but they're kind of scared to come on here.
Oh, I could
But I told them
imagine
we can blur their voice and their fucking
trying to
friction,
do, like, one of those
like
taxi cab confessionals.
like on drugs
I'd be like,
during drugs.
I've seen a lot of things on the force, some I
Oh yeah,
can't speak of."
the force is definitely corrupt. Some shit like that.
I don't want anyone to know my name or my voice.
Yeah, and that's the first time I saw a dead person. Like that'll be like just a dramatic ass music. That's how we hook you with the intro. It's be a blurred cop
It'd
face.
be cool to, like, talk to one of the, cops here, in, let's say, North Glen or Westminster versus a cop in Five Points or something. They'd probably I feel like like, the cop from the rougher neighborhood would be, like, talking shit to the other guys, be like, "Oh, you candy ass has got it made up there,
You think
cruising
so?
cruising around on
Oh, you talking about
the
those?
nice parts of town with your fucking donuts."
You're talking about those fucking assholes in Aurora. They just start talking shit to each other.
Right. That'd be
Like
pretty funny,
they
just
all
some
fuck with each other. Like
cop beef. It starts like a jurisdiction between the fucking units.
lawyers get involved in shit.
I don't even think you could be fucking with the police and stuff like that,
I don't
honestly.
think
Like,
so.
we shouldn't even probably be talking about specific branches. I recently heard a story about Afro Man, and, the cops, like, raided his house
Why?
thinking he had illegal drugs and shit like that. He didn't, mind you. The cops raided his house apparently while his kids and all this stuff were in there. His Ring cameras that he has all around his property caught the footage of it. There's, like, them breaking down his fucking, door, coming in his house. Anyways, he used all that footage in a compilation for a music video. So he made a song about, like, fucking the police busting in on him, and there was, like, footage of them fucking breaking down in his shit, and then they fucking sued him. The fucking police department sued him for, like, defamation and all this other stuff. I don't know what ended up happening to that trial, but, like, they were like, "You can't fucking use our footage and this and that, and you're making us look bad and stuff," and he's like, "Well, you guys fucking raided my house, fucking, wrongly accused while I didn't have anything, scared my kids." He's trying to, like, make a case against it and this and that.
That's kind of fucked up. Because it probably You think the guys that like actually do the rating and doing all that shit know what's going on, or they're just receiving orders like, "Hey, this is the address.
I don't
This
believe they
is."
know what's going on, especially if they, like, looked at the government name. They probably
Mm.
don't know if it's Afro Man, or maybe they do, if they're feds and they are, like, CIA and FBI and looking into him that much. I assume that they would have known, he's Afro Man, or at least, his alias, or
Yeah, but
maybe
I'm
that he
talking
has some
about.
kind of known, like,
I mean, like the
influence.
grunts that actually show up and break the door down,
Oh, I don't think they know much. Nah, I believe it's someone higher up. They're just like, "We got so and so."
break it and sweep it.
And they're probably not gonna tell them over either the thing, like, "We got a" I don't know his real name. It would be nice to know Afro Man's real name, but, let's say just for example, it's Quincy Jones, and they're like, "We got Quincy Jones, AKA Afro Man, you know, they're not gonna say that on the
Isn't
radio.
isn't Quincy Jones
I
a
believe
real
that's a
person?
real a person or something. I just don't know from what.
No, yeah, I think he like had something to do with making Thriller.
I don't know. You might be right.
I think he did. Is it Quincy Jones? That's gonna fuck with me. Yeah, I think it is Quincy
Quincy
Jones.
Jones, Davy
Isn't that the
Jones.
lawyer from he's in Seinfeld? Isn't I swear
I
I
don't
think that's
believe
his name.
so.
I'm pretty sure he made the voiced Thriller. I could be wrong. I'm just made this up. He does the you know when the zombies are walking up to Michael Jackson in Thriller and those whoever shall be
Oh, I know
found
you're talking about.
without the soul for getting
Yeah,
down.
my dad just told me he was a famous like voice actor. And I just seen a video of that guy recently, like doing that same spiel, like at some award show. Like he was just reading it. Like it was pretty cool, but I think he's really
Yeah,
old.
he's an American record producer, songwriter,
He made
composer.
We Are the World.
Quincy Jones?
I think so. I think he had a lot to do with it.
Okay, I didn't. I just made up a name off the top of my head. But honestly didn't know that.
Well, if,
What's Afro Man's real name, Jack?
Let's see.
Afro Man.
It's like the artist formerly known as Afro Man. He legally changed his name to Afro Man or Man of Afros.
Artist formerly known as Afro Man legally changed his name to Fuck the Police due
His
to a
name
recent.
is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
Joseph Edgar Foreman. I like it.
That's not very gangster.
Joe Foreman. Yeah, that's
Joseph
why he's. I gotta be
Edgar.
Afro Man.
I would have guessed that's more of Joe Foreman's real name. There's a George. No, it's George Foreman.
Ah, the grills.
Yeah, he's a
He was
boxer.
a yeah. He was a fucking knock your shit out. He'll grill your piece up.
It's crazy the things that people like spiraled off into back in those early like 90s and shit. This guy was a pro fighter and then he made fucking
And
just
that's like the thing he's still most
yeah,
known for. Like they still keep making George
George
Foreman grills
Foreman
and different
grill.
versions of them. Everybody fucking loves them. I want to get one honestly for camping and such a, occasions and stuff like that.
There's better ones now,
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah, it's a pretty well-known name brand still. The George Foreman.
George Foreman. What if like Mike Tyson or something just comes out finally? Like we need.
You hit the Mike Tyson air fryer.
He does like a Joker thing. He's like the world needs a new class of grill, and I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him, America.
This is the Mike Tyson
This
air fryer.
damn, that's
It gets pretty hot. Uh,
it's scorching, baby. I can't even do a Mike Tyson right now. I got fucking
After a hot day, 20, my wife she turns on the air fryer and boom. And sometimes it comes out like shit. But
sometimes it gets fried and sometimes I get fried.
sometimes I get mad at her for fucking it up, but then I realize I'm fucked up.
I am just a piece of shit.
I'm
We
all,
all pieces of shit.
we all pieces of shit.
Pieces
And you know
of
what? You know what? If you're doing good in life, you know what? Because God favored you.
shit.
But check this out. Check this out. If God favored you, I mean the devil favored you too.
The devil fears you.
You gotta go home you gotta go home with who you got here with. You gotta go home with the guy that brought you to the dance.
The home where you make it. Home where you make it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to have Mike Tyson. He's a
Yeah.
really good. I really hope he doesn't take impressions as a offense. He just fucking whales me the first time I ever meet him. If the thing's ever blows up, and that's what blows up that Mike Tyson video.
He's just here. He's just like, Chris, I gotta, I gotta deck you one time. One time before we start. Right in the beginning, right in the first minute.
No, fuck that. Not on camera.
You
Also,
wouldn't let him. You wouldn't let him do it for like content on camera. I fucking would. I'd let him fucking punch me. I know it might be fucked up.
oh yeah, that's gonna get you views actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
like definitely.
sign a legal waiver where I can't sue.
That could be yeah. Like I'll be like, we promise you, Mike Tyson. No,
Make it a
there will be
good.
no legal altercations. There'll be nothing. He probably don't get. I don't give a fuck about legal
If
altercations.
I no, but you gotta understand, they gotta talk to him first. Because if Mike Tyson
Of
punches
course.
me full power, like if he
Oh
was
yeah, he could
punching,
fucking kill you.
he could kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We gotta be like, you gotta show some restraint, Mr. Tyson.
yeah, he can do it cool though. He could like roll up his fucking sleeve and get ready and just fucking wail.
He's like, I'll give you a 6.5 out of 10.
That fucking guy isn't gonna show up, is he?
I don't know. I don't know. He told you like 20 minutes, and that was a long time ago.
Oh boy,
Um,
he's in trouble. And he must not know how I feel about no shows.
No shows, late
You said you were
calls.
gonna show.
We got I mean, we're all working. We all got long
I liked you.
hours.
I liked you last time we met, but I don't know so much anymore because you're unpunctual, and I don't like unpunctual people. But we can move on past that.
Yeah, there's no need to get too much into it, except that yeah,
I will. You didn't fucking show up,
yeah. I mean, it's been long days for all of us. Um,
and I want my art. You said you're gonna bring me my art. I want my fucking art. I'm just bullshit. If you take it to heart and start freaking the fuck out, you just need to buck up, Buckaroo. But you're fucking late.
yeah, we are just that's all it is. He's kind of annoyed because you're late. Buck up, buck up, buckle down,
Leave
be
that
on
one.
time.
He didn't show up.
Get your shit right. Get your shit together. Just get all your shit. Get it situated.
Yeah, he needs. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I can't start judging his life. Well, maybe. You just need a buck up, Buckaroo. It's as simple as that. You don't need to go into detail. Can I get a Buckaroo?
Next time we'll just yeah, we're just gonna start working on more guests. Please, guys, if you're gonna be one of our guests in the future, we just ask that you treat
Oh
us with
God,
respect,
this soundboard is shit.
give us the proper time. It's gone. Did you record? Did you record over? Do that. Wah, wah. There it goes. That's the buck up. The buck up sound is gone. That's
We might have.
this is all we
Recorded
have now.
I don't know.
No, it was there. I heard it. It's the bottom. The bottom.
Did you just record something else?
No, hit that one. Hit that one again.
Yeah, buck up. Fuck it. Move on. We're moving on.
Hit the
We're
other one.
moving on,
Hit that one.
Georgie.
The one that has like a recording.
And
Listen to it.
down here, you'll float too.
Play it again. Listen to it.
You'll
God
float.
damn it. Shut the fuck up.
The little king, you'll float.
Here we go again. Hey, check it out.
Hello.
What is that?
That was my cousin from Mexico.
Oh,
He helped me set up all this shit years ago.
hello.
Hello.
That's a nice little.
El
That,
pozolero.
that could just be the little fucking right in the beginning of every episode. Hello.
That's what it's el pozolero, bro. In case you don't know him, he'll be around. You'll meet him one day.
He makes pozole, or is that?
No, we just gave him that name because he looked like this guy that on Narco Corridos was called El Pozolero. And what he
Mm.
did is it's just like narco for basically he like boiled bodies with acid and made what they considered pozole.
Ah, okay, I
So he
see.
would disappear the bodies. He was El Pozolero.
Wow, that'd be that's pretty scary.
You think I always wonder where that came from, or if someone told him like you need to find a way to dispose of these bodies, or if he like discovered this at home and like he's like, hey, he started offering, he's like, yo sé cómo desaparecer los cuerpos y la verga, and that took off. Just a great business investment.
Um,
Always is always full with work.
I'm sure that's pretty yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's always been common since maybe not. I don't know how long, but
Wait,
people have been trying to get rid of bodies forever. So I'm sure over the years there's plenty of creative ways that they went about doing that.
oh, I mean that guy, that specific Mexican guy. You think he's
Um,
like just a poor guy who just happened to be really good at science? He's like he just figured it out, made a great fucking business. He's booked out for like 6 months.
maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. What if like one of the narcos was just like, hey, yeah, like I know this guy. What if it's like real life Walter White shit? What if he was like, I know this guy that works at the Mexican, college, like La Universidad,
Or
and
something. Yeah, he's a
he has
teacher.
access to, yeah, he's got access to fucking chemicals or some shit like that. It doesn't even have to be a teacher. Like I know some people that work in hazmat companies. My buddy Kevin that was just out here from LA.
Hmm.
Uh, he works. Yeah, he's a chemist. I know he like tests materials when they're thrown from other places to make sure they're actually what they say they are. Because when you're dealing with hazardous waste and stuff like that, you just can't trust anything. But yeah, I mean, there's probably plenty of fields where you could steal one or two little pieces of equipment here and there if you wanted to, you know, go that route. If you wanted to fucking be a Heisenberg, have you a crack cooker, meth producer, manufacturer, what have you. If you want to be the danger, if you want to be Walter White, Skyler, fuck you, Skyler, fuck you, Jesse. It's my money, it's my meth.
That's how he gets
Do
towards.
you know what I sacrificed? You're just a fucking junkie, Jesse.
Now that I've seen
Fucked
it,
up. I
bitch.
now I've seen it so many times. He fucking pisses me off, Walter White. Honestly, a little
Jesse
bit.
irritates me though.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a snitch, and like kind of a little pussy. He kind of needs to buck up. But I honestly, if I had to choose, I like Jesse over Walter. Just at end of the day,
No, fuck no. Hell
Hank
no.
Hank
What
was
the
Hank Hank
hell
Hank
is wrong
Hank
with you?
Hank Hank is the real MVP of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but what the hell, dude? Jesse, that fucking drug addict?
He's a fucking, I guess yeah. I don't really
I'm
sympathize with
fucking
drug addicts too
depressed.
much.
I'm sad,
I
bitch.
guess I get it. Everybody's got their problems, but nah. I mean, it goes back to you gotta fucking buck up. You gotta handle your shit. You gotta fucking do what's right for your family, for your kids.
There you go.
So yeah, I guess if Jesse had kids, he would have probably been a shitty dad.
Probably.
Um,
Bitch.
didn't he have like he had like a step kid or whatever with that girlfriend
Oh
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
had, and that fucking kid got shot,
Yeah,
and that
he
wasn't
did.
really Jesse's fault, but it was his fault for getting captured by those fuckers, because they didn't he wasn't it his idea to call them in?
I think
I
so.
can't remember. He called those guys in. He fucking knew them, and then they just ended up taking over shit. I fucking hate that one dude. Jack knows who I'm talking about. He's like the young one out of all the guys that
On
take them.
Jack's crew,
Yeah, yeah, the one that fucking like basically locks him in the cage, and his fucking phone rings, and it's like science.
Mr. White. He's just all
Yeah,
that's
that
all
fucker. He's
calm.
he's in other movies and shit.
Yeah.
But that fucker I fucking hate. Yeah, I loved at the end. Yeah, when they all just spoiler alert if you haven't seen Breaking Bad,
Did you
you might
see?
want to fucking turn this off.
Did you see the fan made one they made of it? Looked pretty dope too, and they called it El Chueco. That's it.
No, I
It
haven't
was
seen
his
that.
son with the fucking things on his arms.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
Walter
They
Jr.
were making a spin-off and they made it look all like real, bro. Like it's gonna be like a hardcore ass show about him. And so they
Uh,
called it El Chueco.
that'd be pretty fucking
And that's a
hilarious,
pretty sick
honestly.
ass name if he was like a dope ass drug
El
dealer.
Chueco, yeah, like I just ahí viene el Chueco, way. He's fucking.
Bueno, viste el pinche chueco explotó un edificio,
I
güey.
was gonna say he'd have to be really crazy. Like, I mean, like he'd have to like some Joker or Penguin type shit. What if one of his crutches he just somehow managed to turn into a gun or something, so he can fucking lift one of them and just like
What if he just becomes so
or he just had
badass?
something else. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, it could be enough to the point where he's just got reputation and fear and a crew and stuff, and everyone just knows we're not gonna fuck with him because we're gonna die regardless.
Or
He
what if
just
he
takes over. Like, yeah, especially it could have happened maybe after the trial,
yeah.
maybe like years later. He's just like
He
follows in
finds
Walter's White's footsteps. He visits him in jail, and he's like, Walter Jr., you have to take over the family business.
he tells him about like
He
some
tells him
brief
about the money, about all the shit that
tell him about like he tells him about a briefcase downstairs he needs to take a look at.
yeah, like hidden in the house somewhere, fucking something that they just didn't find when they were getting rid of everything. He's like, you can be the danger now. It's your turn. You got to scrape that cheese pizza off the roof. God damn it, Walter Jr. You need to learn how to climb the ladders.
I can't. I can't do it.
You can't or you won't.
And then
There's a difference, Walter Jr.
he fucking lectures the fuck out of him.
Is it physically? I know you probably can't, but will you?
I'll find a way.
I'll try. I'll try that. I'll do my
He's
best.
back home. Where you going? I'm gonna go to the basement, mom.
You know what's so what was just since the first time I saw Walter Jr., I just don't know if like I don't know many people with that same condition, but he's just exactly like Jimmy from South Park. I always wonder, like, do they fucking base him like the
Maybe.
same? Like they're just like we need a fucking crippled kid or something. Or I'm sure South Park, based Jimmy off of, like I mean pretty common I guess mental disease or whatever. But I honestly, I've seen a lot of handicapped people and stuff like that, and I honestly have never in
I
real
think they want to be called handy capable.
handy capable. Okay, you're capable of doing whatever your dreams allow. I've seen like the Special Olympics. I've seen bodybuilders that are Down syndrome and stuff. I believe you could do anything, but
Yeah.
I don't care about the terminology, handy capable, um, whatever the fuck. Anyways, in real life, I've never seen anyone like that, like with crutches or kind of described like, Jimmy from South Park or Walter Jr.
Yeah, me either.
Um, Even like I'm trying to think of when I was a kid, like I remember being in first grade in kindergarten, and that was when I remember maybe it was because it made the most impression on me, but that was when I remember the most seeing, handy capable kids or for the first time. But I remember when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, there was, a point where we, like, went to the younger class of them, or
Mm.
maybe it was an older class, maybe they were, like, 5th or 6th graders, but we'd still help them, like, read and other stuff and do basics, kinda like a Big Brother program, but,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I've always liked working with kids or, working with people with special needs and stuff. I feel like they just need a little more attention than anyone else.
Yeah, they definitely can get things going. They can function in society. They just need to be understood a little bit. Some are definitely a danger. You can't deny that, but
I feel like you don't have to be mentally limited or handy capable, whatever you wanna call it, to be in danger. I mean, there's plenty of people with just chemical imbalances in their brain, and they're just, gonna maybe they're taking medication, maybe they're doing other stuff like you talked about before, and,
that's not what I'm talking about, dude. I'm talking about like we had this. I don't know if Jack got a chance to see him. We had this kid who was sick in our school, but he was like strong as fuck. He was overdeveloped as fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Like, his arms were just naturally big. I don't think he did any kind of weights or anything. And he would have these random temper tantrums where he would like just start smashing shit. And like the lunch tables, like the ones that are like two put together that are like
like those
they're
long
pretty
ones,
fucking heavy, yeah.
I know what you're talking about,
And
they kinda, like, fold.
he would like fucking like not even like or like per brace himself, like fucking smack him, flip him, bro. This kid was, and I was like, if he ever got a hold of somebody, he's gonna fucking kill somebody.
I have heard of, I mean, yeah, like, they have some of them are a little bit stronger than others. I wonder if that's
A
because
little bit.
I wonder
This dude could fucking slap you and kill you. He was fucking strong, bro.
I wonder if that has anything to do with just say, like, we only use 10% of their brains. What if they use, like, less in certain areas, but, yeah, what if, like, certain relapses or stuff that go to their physical, like, traits, or, like, them
Yeah.
feeling weakness or not able to do so, they just kinda maybe don't feel that? What
Yeah.
if it's something like that and they're just, yeah, like, numb to she's just like, "Oh, I can fucking lift this," like, or they just have maybe more adrenaline or something than the average person? I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some kinda science to behind,
If I could say it in bro science, I feel like they're just stuck somewhere between like a chimp's brain and a human brain.
you
Somewhere.
talking about, like, Neanderthal kind of in a
Yeah,
way?
kind of like they get physics,
I get that.
but they're not fucking destroyed by our day-to-day habits that we've created. They don't.
So their bodies have less physical limits somehow
I think they have,
because of their
yeah,
mental
I think
limits?
they don't
That kinda
really.
makes
It's
sense.
from a kid you learn from a kid as a kid you learn not to overuse your energy. I mean, think about it. I've been
That's
seeing
true.
it even with my kid. Like,
I was gonna say, even when we fucking train them, doing boxing, we're like, "It's not a race, pace yourself when you run," stuff like that. I totally get what you mean.
yeah, like they're like trained more like a human, which is normal. It's just gonna sound like I'm just fucking crazy, but yeah, he's trained more like a human. But
Yeah, whereas,
they're just like they don't really have a pre-written limit of what they can and can't do.
that's true, they
They
just
just
go maybe.
they just do.
They just do it.
Seem
Yeah.
like a dog. I don't plan it. I see a car, I chase it.
He's
Just like
like,
that.
"I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one."
Yeah, like that. And they're liberated in their way.
Yeah,
They don't.
I feel like there's a lot of good people and a lot of,
I think they're mentally
um,
liberated in a way.
people that are doing work for them. I've seen it firsthand, with people that, um, take care of them, and, yeah, I mean, that kinda works not for everybody, but I feel like, if you got the patience and, mental, I don't know, man, like,
They definitely
I
got
guess
their.
patience is
Yeah,
the main word I'm looking for,
yeah,
but also, like, a sense of sympathy and stuff like that.
yeah. You got to treat them different. They're
I
obviously
feel like there's
different.
probably some assholes who do that kinda stuff and, just like their retirement homes or even in daycare, there's people that abuse their power and just are kinda like, "Oh, fuck these," kinda neglecting or abusing people.
That probably
I know
happens.
that's pretty common in, like, daycares and stuff, probably nursing homes too, but I feel like now they crack down more on nursing homes. There's, like, a lot of security in a lot of them, and, they really, like, kinda check your credentials if you wanna work in assisted living or stuff like that
Mm.
nowadays, I feel like.
Well, that's fucking sad.
Sorry to the elderly.
That's
I
that.
hope none of you ever have to experience that
mm,
or dealing with, putting your older folks in homes or anything like that.
That's making people happy. How about Sean O'Malley?
Oh, that was a fucking excellent fight. That was amazing.
I can't
Honestly, the
believe.
whole night was fucking great. Me and Jack watched the prelims and I watched like pretty much
You're into the
every
UFC
wild
now, huh?
card. Yeah, I always was kinda little into it, but within the last year or 2, I mean, yeah, I really like to follow along. I really like to
They're really getting good at making it a lot little not too much, but more dramatic to where there's stories behind fights now and, "Oh, there's drama here between fighters," and it's a lot more,
you think in, like, 20 years or something, it'll be like SmackDown or something, and it's like UFC, ECW matchup or something.
I don't know
I
that
don't think
no.
Dana White or real professionals would ever let it get to that. I
No,
mean,
I don't think
that's
so.
why wrestling and all that stuff exists on its own.
Yeah, definitely. I think WWE will
But I think it's
probably
cool how, like, people that came from UFC, like Ronda Rousey and stuff can, branch out to other entertainment or stuff like that. I mean, she decided
yeah, because
fighting wasn't really for her after a while, or maybe she just wanted to be done with it.
yeah,
And yeah, she's still doing a WWE. I know she was just I don't know, like we were talking about story and dramas. I think like she had this one wrestler girl that she was friends with forever, and then she recently like betrayed her for the title. I kind of seen clips about it or whatever, but that shit's fake, like
yeah,
entertainment.
but
But
it's
to make it,
nice. It's nice to get into the
yeah,
fake
oh
stuff
yeah,
and everything.
I like it. I've always loved wrestling. I remember going to SmackDown as a kid. We might have talked about this before, but my dad took me when I lived in LA at the Staples Center way back in the day. I was
Um,
probably like 12, maybe it was 2002, something like that. I
I
saw The
think
Rock and Booker T were, like, the main event. I was, like, in the 3rd, 4th row. My dad won the tickets, from a radio station.
oh, shit.
He used to do that all the time, back in the day.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of events with my dad when I was younger. He's always listened to classic rock, the radio station that he always listened to in LA. I can't remember what it's called, K something something, but, it was 95.5 in Los Angeles, and, yeah, they play classic rock and stuff like that. He won tickets to that one time SmackDown. He won tickets to see Paul McCartney from the Beatles. He took me to that. I was probably like 10. I don't remember a whole bunch. The main concert I remember he took me to, I think it was Bon Jovi.
Mm.
It was probably around the same time. I think I also saw Kiss with him and he won those tickets also. Like he used to be lucky, bro. He used to fucking he used to do crazy. It wasn't maybe this was only one time, but I know for a fact he fucking on air on the radio with these guys he fucking flushed my mom's head down a toilet, like, he gave her a swirly.
Oh,
I
shit.
put that's a real fucking story, I remember kinda waking up maybe at, like, 6 AM or whatever when he called, and like I said, I was, like, 10 or 11, and, I seen what was going on, like, I see my mom's fucking head in the toilet, I hear her flushing, she's like she screams and, like, it's fucking on the air, and I think maybe he had the phone on speaker or something, or, like, I could hear them, like, laughing on the fucking phone, and I'm just so confused, I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's just like a minute later, he's like, "We're going to see so and so." I don't remember if those are the ones he won for Bon Jovi or what, but, I don't know how he even came up with that fucking idea, or if they on the line told him to do that, or they were just, like,
Do
"Call us
something
in and do
funny.
something fucking funny, and we'll give you tickets," and, that's what my fucking dad happened to
Hey,
land on, but that's a real fucking story. Maybe one day we can fucking get him on here as a guest. I really doubt it. He'd probably be like, "No quiero andar en cámara hablando de esas mamadas." But,
you could blur him out.
yeah, I think that's a really just a really funny story.
Yeah, one time I don't have a funny story like that, but unique kind of story. One time, Javier cut some of the KISS members' hair.
Um, your uncle Javier?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
yeah, it was when he worked at another shop in Commerce City. It was like one of my mom's shops, but yeah, they just pulled up like, bro, they were gonna have a show here,
That's really cool.
and coincidentally, they pulled up there, and he cut a couple of their hair, and he took a
I
picture with
wonder
them.
if it was, like, the main dude there, Gene Simmons? Like
No, the guy who the main guy wasn't there.
oh, okay.
It
It
was
was
the
probably,
yeah,
like, the rest of them.
whoever the fuck the other guys were.
I know one's named Paul Stanley, and that's honestly about it.
Yeah, the only cool one is Gene Simmons.
Yeah, I don't know if Paul Stanley might be the one that's dressed like a cat or if he's the star child, I don't know, but, yeah, Gene Simmons is, the cool one with the tongue, and
What I heard, is that true or a myth that the first time he ever did it, he really did bite his tongue
I don't know.
to like
I thought he had this part removed, the
uh-huh.
little bottom that connects your
No,
tongue.
you don't remember you never seen him when he has a bunch of blood coming out of his mouth?
I have, but I don't know if that was real. I always thought it was like those fake blood pill packets or something. It
That
could have been. What if
the
they were
first
fucked up
time.
or like really fucking
You
smacked up and he did just bite
you
his
know
tongue, he
that
couldn't even feel it.
Ozzy Osbourne really bit off a
The
fucking
bat? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I know that. That's fucking real. I mean,
mistakes
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised and if he just went with it too. He's just like, "Fuck it, I ain't fucking crying or going." Like I
Yeah.
said, he could have been really into the performance or he could have been under
He's
the
probably
influence of
fucked up.
something else. He didn't even feel it. He's just like, like trying to make a fucking, his little devil face and he's just biting extra hard. They're like, "Gene, your tongue's bleeding." He's like, "What?" They're like, "It's fucking hanging halfway off."
Oh
He's like, "Well, then
shit!
we're just going to cut this piece down there
I gotta find a way where I can always do it on
and
stage.
make it longer."
What if we add a tongue and make it double length?
They're like, "We can. We have the technology." They just stitch like a second tongue, or like at least half the tongue. Yeah, like what if they just snip off fucking tip of his tongue and then
Uh,
snipped off maybe half of another tongue or something? I don't know. Like
maybe like someone else's tongue,
I feel like with the advances in nature nowadays and all the shit that's going on now, they could probably do that. I mean, if they could add a dick onto someone, I'm pretty sure they could give you a few inches on your tongue.
oh, when you can start getting dick transplants, bro, I've joked about it for years. People are gonna be lining up
A dick
when
transplant.
you can just upgrade to the new model.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
business, when it takes off, it's gonna fucking boom, baby.
I mean, aren't there already surgeries for
It's
dick
gonna be like
enlargement and stuff like that? I know
it's gonna be the point like Pluto Nash. You seen Pluto Nash?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Not since I was a fucking kid.
yeah.
He
They go
fucking
to
makes his dick grow in that movie. Wasn't that
no.
like a PG or
He
kids movie?
he could like grow everything. You can like leave that place looking like a bodybuilder in
Oh
here.
wow, no, I don't recall honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You have to watch. Pluto Nash is an amazing movie.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that one day. Maybe with some edibles. Maybe with a lot of weed. Get nice and weird.
It'd be kind of cool to watch it. Stone, old school movie like that.
Hmm.
You're gonna
I
remember it,
like I like watching. I like watching all kinds of movies. I still watch. Sometimes I like. I mean, probably the oldest movies I like are honestly kung fu flicks.
like Bruce Lee.
Like Bruce Lee and even some of them older than that. Like my favorite of all, maybe it's because I love Wu Tang, but it's legit the movie that inspired like their first album, Enter the 36 Chambers of Wu Tang or Shaolin. There's a movie that's called The 36th Chamber of Shaolin.
Mm,
And it's a really fucking cool movie. It's legit about this like monastery of monks in Japan somewhere. Maybe it's China. I honestly fucking I don't know. Are kung fu like, 70s flicks like Chinese or Japanese or Chinese, right? I'm pretty sure that's in China.
like Big Trouble in Little China.
I've never seen that
You've
movie to
never
be honest
seen
with you.
that,
Nah.
dude?
That's with Kurt Russell, isn't it?
You gotta watch that movie, dude.
That's Kurt
It's
Russell,
I
right?
think so.
Kurt
Yeah.
Russell. I've definitely heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I'm pretty sure it's Kurt Russell, but it's a really good movie.
The movie I was talking about, long story short, the 36 Chambers, there's like one fucking kid who wants to study with the monks. I
Hmm.
believe some fucking crazy clan takes out his family and all these people in front of him. So he runs away. He's like the last surviving one. He joins the monks and they tell him, like, if you want to train with us, you have to pass these 35 chambers. And I don't remember all of them, for example, but one of them, like the first one, is them running on, it's like real ancient ninja stuff. Like they're running on logs across the water.
Mm.
So they have to learn how to be light. Another one is he's, like, carrying buckets up a fucking, like, stone wall, but they like, the buckets, they have knives on the side of them, that'll fucking scrape up your ribs and stuff, so they have to fucking hold them like
Oh
this. If
shit.
they get tired or if they start fucking being weary, yeah, like, they fucking start stabbing them in the side, and, there's
Oh
people, like,
fuck.
bleeding all right there, and it's really fucking intense. I suggest you watch that. It's one of my favorite
There was
kung
such
fu movies like
horrible
that.
ways to torture people back in the day.
And that's not even really, I mean, that's definitely a torture, but for them, it's fortifying the body and stuff like that. I mean, I totally get that. I wish I had the discipline to train like that. John is in Hong Kong right now. He's in China, I believe. And yeah, he's training for more of his Wing Chun. I know he's like training with an actual Sifu master out there.
That's pretty dope.
I just seen on his Instagram stories and stuff how he posted like there's probably like 5 or 6 other dudes, but he's been posting just all around the city too, and just looks crazy. Different lifestyle, different way of living and stuff. But we're gonna have him here on Saturday, right? Next Saturday,
Is this either
next Saturday,
next or next Saturday?
I
One of the
believe
two.
so. He'll be fresh back from Hong Kong and tell us all about his training and stuff. I thought he was originally going out for a tournament, but yeah, it's just training. It's more training. He wants to like
Yeah, get better.
Yeah, he said he wants to get better and he wants to like study how it was really intended and kind of like he has the Western side and philosophy of it, but he wants to learn more of the, I guess,
OG.
original roots. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty dope. Another
Time for
break
that Arrowhead
and
break.
another sponsor, or not sponsor, sorry, just somebody we wish we would get as a sponsor. Arrowhead,
Arrowhead, give us free stuff.
since 1894. Even just a real good hookup, you know?
Like, we'll give you a free lawsuit, buddies.
Well, you better stop saying this shit, or we don't want nothing to do with you and your weird fucking
I
podcasts.
seen this funny post, like this guy like makes food videos or something, and I think he's like putting like how to make pizza cuts stuffed crust at home, but better, and then, like, Pizza Hut's commenting on his videos, and they're like, "We warned you about this, Jeremy. This is the last time," or something. They're like, "This was your final warning." Like,
We're gonna get you if you don't cut this shit out, Jeremy.
so
How was your week other
been a
than that?
long night.
How was your week, Jack?
It was good. Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet, huh? What does that
Yes,
mean?
sir.
You just chill,
Yeah, just
watching the
movies
He
and
came to my house for a little bit on Saturday. We watched the prelims, but, he went to watch them with his buddy.
guys seen
yeah,
any
just
good
sports.
guys seen any good pornos lately?
Oh, all the time.
Good pornos? Not so much recently.
No?
No, I don't wanna say I don't fucking watch porn anymore, but I definitely, I tried not to watch it as much as I used to. Just my own personal preferences.
Life choices.
Yeah, yeah. I don't knock you if you wanna try that. I'm doing it for my own reasons and stuff.
Is it religious reasons?
No, not religious at all. I just read some kinda article about how it kinda messes with your brain chemistry a little bit,
Oh, it can
and I
definitely.
get that too. Like, I mean, there was times back in the day where I used to jerk it all the fucking time. Maybe this was, like, during dry spouts when I was, getting no pussy or when I had no play.
Mhm.
But still, I've seen I mean, yeah, like, I know that's not just, you could fucking be fucking every day and still watch porn.
You could, but if you have like a steady sex partner, you don't really want to. It can
Y
fuck it up a little bit.
yeah.
You don't want to do it as often. You're just tired. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the older I get too, I'm just like, not always in the mood to
But sometimes it's just so convenient. It's
yeah,
just
I mean, yeah, sometimes you need to fucking
quick and
relieve
easy,
some stress.
and that part of your brain's gone for the day.
Yeah.
You think different if you're fucking tensed up sexually. Your day
Yeah.
goes different. You plan your day out different.
There's another theory and stuff that's becoming common with a lot of people that are practicing abstinence.
Mhm.
No sex and no jerking off because they're saying kind of the opposite of what you're saying. They're saying when you come too much and when you release that, that's like, yeah, like your brain is getting addicted to releasing the pleasure endorphins. And also, I don't know the full science behind it, but some people like I've heard some rappers talk about it, how like it fucking won't even fuck when they're writing albums or something like that. Just it's kind of a creative juice thing. But I remember ASAP Rocky specifically saying at one point he was practicing abstinence or like he was like he was saying even if he had sex or whatever, he wouldn't come. Like he would stop before he came or he wouldn't allow himself to ejaculate because that just releases all this fucking energy that you have and
Yeah,
like it's kind of
energy.
distracting.
Energy is a good word for it.
Yeah, definitely. So, because sometimes I know exactly how you fucking come too hard and you just slumped.
Yeah, it could take away your energy, and then you don't want to do anything else for the rest of the fucking day.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
feel like if you, I mean, yeah, if you got a busy day, if you know you got places to be, if you want to fucking rub one out
yeah. No,
midday, wash your hands, get back to business.
sometimes it could be beneficial for your day,
Yeah.
depending on what you got going on.
Yeah. I feel like that stuff just depends on the person and everyone.
I think eventually, like down the road, and we make it long enough that there will be humans who practice like no sex for pleasure, like where that's like a new thing that sex is just more of a procreation thing instead of a pleasure thing.
Isn't that kind of how, I mean, Catholics kind of view it as, or they're supposed to? That's why they don't use condoms or nothing like that.
Oh, really?
That's kind of what I've read before. I'm not Catholic.
It adds up. That makes
I'm not
sense.
Catholic, so
Can you turn my gain up a little bit?
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know the full science behind it, but I
Yeah.
have read that hardcore Catholics, they're not allowed to use contraception or condoms or the pill or any of that stuff because yeah, they're like, well, that means you want to have sex for pleasure when yeah, sex is really only for procreation or for creating life.
Maybe they know how evil sex can be.
Eh,
You don't think?
I don't believe it's very evil. I believe sex is a natural part of life. I
But for
believe
some people, it can ruin their life.
I guess so, but
Sexual.
that's just like anything. That's like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. If you get too addicted and too
Is there
far gone
anything?
with certain things
Is there anything on substance abuse in the religion thing in the book, the Bible?
in the Bible, I believe there is. I don't know the full. I mean, yeah, it says you shouldn't do anything in excess. Like it says you can drink wine,
Oh, that's it. Just because he handed out wine.
but no, like I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I would have to look up the full verse because I think it is about it. It says you should not indulge in anything that will fucking dull your senses. I think if you do drink wine, you're supposed to do it like they want, at least that's what they tell you, to maybe do it in regulation or with dinner or something. I don't know. I'm gonna
Hmm.
honestly have to look up a little bit of the Bible, and maybe we can get back to that
This guy's
next
doing
week.
wine with his people.
Yeah, I really don't see, like, who's to say how much wine they had? Like, he was, if he can multiply the fish and loaves of bread, you don't think he cracked like 12 bottles of wine?
Yeah, I still have a suspicion that he might have like had something in the wine, and then when they're all fucked up, he starts preaching his power to them, and they have no choice but to just go along with it.
Could be. That could be. It could have been something that happened. I don't
When
know.
they just come down from their trip, he was like the only sober one.
They're just like, wow, that was a crazy night.
Yeah. So remember, you guys can't have this, but you can only drink wine because I drink wine. Yeah, and you can't smoke weed, but you can just drink wine.
There's like
Salad.
fields of it over there that the Moses and everyone grew for 40 years. And like, yeah, that weed's untouchable. They're like, think of it as the Adam and Eve tree. Don't fucking touch it.
What if that's where that origin was?
Like, that's my weed.
That's how they thought. That's how the story of Adam and Eve came to be.
What if people do like I said, I just don't believe that. I hope I'm not going to hell for this. I just don't believe.
Oh, you're already going to hell. That's for fucking sure.
Probably. I don't believe that everything in the Bible is how it says it is. What if that tree of knowledge, or what if the peach tree or apple tree, whatever the fuck that God told them not to eat, what if that was a marijuana plant or some kind of plant, and then as people, took translated the stuff, they're like, well, we can't fucking put weed in here. They're like, we're gonna say it was a fucking apple tree or something that the snake was guarding. But
Who ate from the fucking
they say it was Eve. They say that the snake tempted Eve into doing it, and, like,
that all
I
adds
feel
up.
like that's another I feel like that's another fucking fucked up thing they did, because I know in the past, even to this day, women have more rights and stuff, but definitely back in the day, they did not have a voice and the men were, like, in full control, so I feel like that's something they put. What if it was Adam's dumbass that ate it, but the church was just like, "No, we're gonna blame it on the women."
What if Adam and Eve both hung out at the cult house with Jay, and one day Adam and Eve were a couple, right? There's this hippie couple.
I don't believe I don't believe those timelines, at least, according to the Bible.
Yeah,
I
they don't add
I
up, but
believe they're hundreds of years
yeah,
apart.
but they add up in this scenario.
In our scenario, it
Yeah,
was all like
yeah, they're
20
just
years, the
yeah, they're
Bible, like, instead of the
it
fucking
all got jumbled up somehow, and that's what we're taught. But they just say they're just a stoner couple that joined. They wanted to join. They were going to be the new recruits or whatnot. And then Adam and Eve saw the weed fields, and they're like, "Ooh, we want some of that." But God's like, "No, no, you can't touch that fucking field. That's my fucking field.
it's gonna
There
make
is
you
no.
have funny
It's
thoughts.
apple Kush. That's what we sell. It's my.
Apple
You
Kush.
can't smoke the apple Kush, okay? Yeah, all right, man. That's cool, bro. We want to hang out with you, you know. And that's Adam and Eve's like, yeah, we definitely won't, right? And then when he leaves, Adam or Eve is just like, talking shit. I'm gonna smoke some of that weed, you know, right, Adam? Like, you can't, bitch. Like, he told you you fucking can't. We're gonna get in trouble. I'm fucking doing it anyway. And you better have my back. And he does have her back because he's fucking whooped over her. Back in the day, pussy wasn't going around that
Well, that's
much.
the only pussy apparently that was anywhere, was
And all the
Eve.
depictions. Oh, really? She was the first woman, according?
Yeah, him and her were the first people, like, God created the earth and everything else, and I think on the last day, he made Adam, he made man, and then from what I remember, Adam was, like, questioning, "Why am I alone?" or something like that. So I think according to the Bible, God takes a rib from Adam, and that's what he uses to create Eve, the first woman.
Where did they get this story from? So, did Jesus, according to the Bible, make up this, or not make up, tell the people this story about the first people? How did they learn about the first people?
That's what I don't understand. I believe that the Bible, the way it's split up into the Old Testament and New Testament, I believe the Old Testament, like I said, was thousands of years. So by the time Jesus and stuff came around, they had like half of the Bible, if that makes sense.
So the Bible might have already been pre-Jesus.
That's what they say. The Old Testament is all the shit that happened. So I think they were telling those stories about Adam and Eve since then, and all that stuff. But like I said, if it was thousands of years ago and it was in Hebrew and all that stuff, don't you think
Oh, it got
stuff is
changed.
definitely different than how it is, how we're telling it in King James version, North America, fucking 2000 years later or something. Yeah, I just don't think it's exactly the source material. I wish, we could see some Book of Eli type shit, or like, the original etchings that fucking Moses had, those 10 commandments and all this other, Bible shit. and then people would know. What if in the Bible was you can't smoke weed? You can smoke weed on Sundays after you go to church, after you fucking get your chores done.
Where the fuck's my art, Ryan? I'm here waiting for you.
Yeah, I guess we had a no show.
I want my fucking art.
I want to have more serious guests who are not gonna fucking dick us
Yeah,
over.
yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on. Yeah, we want it to be that way, because it kind of fucks up the professionalism.
Yeah,
We're supposed to have him here. He's not here, and he said, "Go ahead and start. I'll pull up." He didn't pull up. I don't think I heard him knock. We would have heard him knock. But he was like, "I pulled up, man. You guys didn't let me in."
I really doubt it. He would have called you or something. No,
Yeah, I guess he didn't fucking come. What a guy. What a guy. And first impressions matter, buddy. And you're not leaving a good first impression. Well, second impression.
it's like third impression. He's been on here years ago, but
Oh
the
yeah.
first time. That's how the first time you ever met him was like, yeah, like 2020.
So you should
We
take
did.
this more seriously then.
Yeah,
What a fucking guy, huh? I wish you the best, buddy.
is in a pull up and we're like done recording.
Oh, I fucking lost the art, man. I had it. Promise you I had it, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, hopefully you get some art in here soon.
If you guys see Ryan, tell him I want my art. All right. One last question I was thinking. If you could make one movie with any actor lineup that you want, have you ever thought of that? Like written a little movie?
Yeah,
What's one that you think would be kind of cool?
any actor lineup.
Yeah, whatever storyline, whatever actor, what's kind of a sum up of what you'd be like, that'd
How
be it.
many? Like we're talking
Whatever
like a
you
cast
want,
of five or
whatever,
six.
whatever fuck you want,
I wanna keep it kind of not short and simple, but let's say we got a cast of six, maybe seven.
right?
All right, I'm gonna have to go. Number one, probably. Yeah, were we talking about like right now in this day and age, like
Yeah,
in this
just a
year,
movie where you're like
2023,
whoever,
twenty twenty three?
dead or alive, doesn't even have to
Nah,
be an
it's
actor,
it's got to be a relevant time period.
dead or
Right
alive,
now,
dead
okay,
or alive.
fine, dead or alive.
It doesn't matter, and he can
I was gonna say
be either.
there's not a lot of dead people, but
Well, he
there
can
is one.
also be an actor or just a persona who you're like, I have faith in that guy that he'll do good in this movie.
Okay, I gotta go with Leonardo DiCaprio, number one, and then I gotta go with Jim Carrey, number two. I know that sounds crazy and like a crazy combination, but I feel like they could definitely fucking do something. Uh, so Leo, Jim Carrey. I want to say, I don't know. I want to say like,
Leo, Jim Carrey, Will Smith, Jack Nicholson, and Michael Jackson.
and Heath Ledger. I want Heath Ledger. You said alive or dead.
Yeah.
I feel like Heath Ledger would be
All
a
right,
good
Heath
one.
Ledger's on it too. What are these guys doing in this movie?
Leonardo DiCaprio is a washed up, drunk, has been, uh, I don't know, like,
Has been what, like a has been officer, has
has
been
been
gym teacher.
dog catcher, pet
He just accidentally shot a dog on duty one day.
city worker. Yeah, it's gotta be like dramatic. He like shot a fucking police dog somehow, like some
Yeah.
kind of accident, and it's just some crazy
What if we
shit.
make it more sad? Like, let's say he quit that because, like, one day he decided he's gonna rescue one of these fucking dogs that were on the force, and he took it home and it ate his fucking child.
That's pretty fucked.
And now that's
So
why,
then he killed the dog,
his brain's fucked up, and now he's just working like a day to day at like a 7-Eleven just to get through the depression and pay his bills.
and he goes to 7-Eleven, and he meets he meets Heath Ledger there at 7-Eleven. That's where like the first scene, he's the clerk is just a random fucking regular extra actor, but then he meets Heath Ledger in the back. He's fucking loading up the milk crates or something. He's like
So he works there.
he works for a trucking company
Oh,
that
okay.
that's delivering, let's say, the milk to this liquor store, convenience store.
All
And he
right.
sees him back there and he tells him, hey Jack. Let's say his name is Jack. He's just like, "How do you know my name?" He's like, "I see you every day you come in here." And it's kind of like the Joker, maybe like not Joker, but his performance would be like the Joker. He's like, "I see you every day you come in here. I see you buy your pack of smokes, and I see you buy this here gallon of milk right here. So what if I told you there was more money to be made in this city, and there was second chance for people like you?" I don't know.
Wait, I'm confused. So why is he selling a gallon of milk to the guy that works at the
Th-
corner store?
this is his front. This is he does a fucking day job, but he's part of a heist crew or
Oh,
some.
so Leonardo DiCaprio's part of like a crew or the guy
No,
who
Heath Ledger.
delivers?
Heath Ledger,
Oh,
the
okay.
delivery guy. He
I got
he
confused.
he's Heath Ledger's the delivery guy who fucking is delivering milk, but
He knows
he
that he's like the
tells
cashier guy at the gas station. He sees him every time he delivers.
Leo's not the cashier. Leo comes in.
Oh wait, I thought I had set it up to where Leo
No, no,
is like
no.
depressed, and so he works at the gas station to deal with the
Is that what
depression.
you said? Oh, it could be. It could be. Yeah. What if?
We'll leave Leo where you put him, and the cash register guy is Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I thought Leo was just a customer that walked in.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
he walked in and he's checking, he's buying some gummies, and the milk guy approaches him and tells him that.
and he just kind of offers him an opportunity. He says, he says I could use someone, or he knows,
Why did
uh,
he decide to approach Leo though? What's Leo's background story?
didn't you say he had a police dog who killed his son or
I thought that's where
something?
we're going with Heath Ledger, the gas station employee who's had a fucked up background.
No, you said Leonardo
Okay.
DiCaprio's dog ate his son, and that's why he's depressed. You said that's why he's depressed and his mind is all fucked up. That was Leo.
Okay. All right. So he's the guy who comes in. Well, we got to build a background story
So
for it.
before his son got eaten by the dog and went crazy, him and that specific dog were like number one police team. Like they were K9
Oh, so he
fucking
knows about
deputy.
him.
Uh
Yeah, he heard
he
about him.
he,
He's
he
like,
knows about
I
his
know who
cop
you are.
skills. He knows all the shit he did before that happened. Um, he just knows. He's just like, we could use someone with your skills and this and that. And Leo tells him like, "Fuck you, I'm not dirty. I've never been a dirty cop." And but yeah, but he tells him, "Well, we know about all the bills you got to pay, all the stuff that happened after your son's death. We know about the shithole you're living in. We know about your life day in day out.
All right.
Like, don't you want to change?"
So to end it, we're gonna play out a trailer with our voices of like what it would kind of sound like the trailer, but we got to build a background story for Joaquin Phoenix. Why is he there, and why is he working at the gas station? Does he have a good background or a fucked up background?
What if he was Leonardo DiCaprio's corrupt partner years ago? In the police force before he fucking got a dog, and then Leonardo DiCaprio found out he was corrupt, and I'm kind of thinking of Smoking Aces, but I'm kind of going with Joaquin Phoenix got facial surgery and all this crazy shit and faked his death because he was gonna be like exposed for being a dirty cop, and he's just been stalking Leonardo DiCaprio for years, with a
Okay,
different identity, and he
that
got he got a fucking job at the convenience store where he knows in the neighborhood he lives, and he's there plotting, waiting to see his day in day out routine, and he's just waiting to get his revenge, and he wants to fucking. I was gonna say he wants to kill the dog, but the dog's dead, right? Leo killed the dog for killing his baby. Is that what we said? Or is the
yes.
dog still alive?
Okay, one more character. Will Smith will be the guy that they got to go to
Keep
get.
my dog's fucking name out your fucking mouth.
He'll be the guy that we have to go through to get everything done. Okay,
Okay.
and it doesn't have to be too special. Just think about that. So Caprio comes in. Uh, Joaquin Phoenix is already like the gas station guy, and he's like low key like the shit because he got facial surgery and he knows what's going on. Maybe he's been waiting for this moment the whole time. He knows about the milk guy as well. Like he
So
runs
they're in on it.
because he runs the gas station. They think he's just a stupid cashier, but he's been watching
Yeah.
for all these years, just plotting. So we're gonna make a trailer out of it, and if I can find, fuck man, I think it was this one. I found some pretty cool little beats that we could use for this if I could find it. This one. No, that's not it. That's too dramatic. Too dramatic. Yeah, that's not it.
In East Chicago, 2017. Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm just gonna run to the store for some
There
smokes.
we go. All right, get it. All right, so I'll start it off, and I'm gonna just fucking go with it.
All right.
Hey Jack, the usual. Yeah, 20 on pump one. You gonna get your usual pack of Reds? Yeah, let me just go grab a drink real quick out of the fridge.
Hey, I see you every day coming in here, Jack.
I know about you.
I know your day in, day out. I know the shithole you live in.
Oh, you know about me? Then it cuts to like old days. Get down.
Everybody knows about you, man and his dog,
Let's go talk about this outside.
saving the corrupt
But first,
police force.
let's go talk about this outside. But I'm gonna go pay for my milk. And then when he's paying, it's gonna be age 62, Jack. How do you know my name? Remember me? You don't remember me, do you?
He says, "How could you?
How could you?
You shot me in the fucking ear."
He takes out, he rips something like, you remember this?
And then he's like, "What the fuck's his name?" He's
And it's over. That's how it starts. There's no
just
room
a
for Will
te-
Smith.
That's like a teaser. That's a teaser trailer. You wouldn't see Will Smith until the second trailer,
Yep.
and then he'll be briefly. He'll be like,
This your new fucking partner? Trust me, he's good for it.
"I don't trust him, Jack. I don't trust him not one bit."
Ain't this the motherfucker whose dog ate his son?
Yeah, that could be a blockbuster. We need to write to Hollywood,
That was a good
write to
intro.
these executives.
Well, we're going to end it with one phrase or piece of advice for the crowd, for the people, for the listeners, or whoever's listening. Let's see here. We're going to end with something orchestral. In a far, far away land, one man had to change his habits to save the world.
His sexual habits or his day to
Any
day.
habit or sexual habits. He was having sex with too many local women and had a lot of BMs and therefore could not afford his child support.
The child support is milking me dry.
I can't fucking do it anymore. Just bill after bill after bill. He's just going after bills.
But my parents are hardcore Catholics, so I don't believe in contraception. I could never put a rubber on my penis.
All right.
It stands against everything I go for.
My exit advice is always clean your sex toys before and after every use and don't use dish soap. Buy the actual stuff. It works better.
Yeah, it's a foam sex cleaner.
Any advice? Any of you?
I would say advice, like I said earlier, live your life however you want it. Fucking buck the fuck up if you need to buck up. Handle your shit. Be a fucking Just be a model
The
citizen.
offer is still out there.
Or fucking don't. If you guys
Yeah.
want to be a guest, come on down. We want to talk to you.
Yeah,
Show
come
up.
on down. Show us what's up.
Show up for us.
Yeah, actually show up though. I
Show-
want my fucking art.
Show up for us, please.
And cut.